Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be using this box and this drawer of random pages that I collect to make pages for my next journal. Now, you guys, I am making a pocket journal. It's going to be all pockets. Okay, so my plan is to take, say, this piece of paper, this one sheet, fold it in half, okay, and I'm going to sew along the edges, and it's going to go in my journal, and then this side will be day 1, this side will be day 2, and I will have a tag in here for journaling on, and this will be for my pictures and everything else. That is my plan. So first of all, we need to figure out how many, because this is for July, so how many pages will I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll need 16 pages. All right, so I'm going to pause, go through this, and grab 16 pages, and I think I might just leave the box like this. I mean, do we have to cover it? No. Why would we have to cover it? I don't know though yet. We'll see. But I'm going to pause and grab the 16 pieces of, well, 15, because we'll use this one. I already folded it. The 15 other pieces of paper I need. I have 16 pieces of paper. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. So let's measure this cover. This is 5.5 by 7.25. So we have to make sure our pockets don't go bigger than 5.5 by 7.25. I'm totally going to forget that. Let's write that down. What is this piece of paper? Absolutely nothing. I've already forgotten, you guys. Already. 5.5 by 7.25. We cannot go bigger than that. We can go smaller, not bigger. So let's fold these in half. Let's fold this one in half and see how big this is. This is way big, of course. I knew that. And way big this way. So what I'm gonna do is take this trimmer here, because it's sitting right here, and I'm going to go to 5.25 that way, and go to 7, just so we don't risk it. You know what? I'm going to keep these scraps, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to collage on. We're going to collage on the cover. This one, oh, there's multiple pieces in here. Grabbed an extra piece. All right. So that's good this way, not this way. So we will just trim to 7. Keep the scraps because we'll collage with them. I'm going to do this and then I will be back. Okay, while I was gone, I also sewed all of my pockets, and I still don't know what I'm going to do with the cover. I'm not sure. I was thinking of just, like I said, I saved all these scraps, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. I do want to make sure that I get all of the pages right side up, so I think I'm going to do a cinch journal, and I want to just make sure all the pockets are going the right side up. I did have to replace my bobbin, of course, and I'm also just trying to use up different colored bobbins that I don't have the thread anymore, that I still have wound bobbins, so I didn't care what color bobbin I used. Now for the cinch, I believe I'm going to I don't know. Originally, I thought I was going to punch from this side because I didn't want to cut into, but I think this goes back far enough. And you know what? I may only do the center. Yep, I knew it. It went through the things. Okay, so I'm going to do this side from now on, but I'm only doing, let's only do center. Why not? I'm centering it the best that I can because I don't particularly, if you see there's a center, there's a little center arrow, so I'm just centering it the best that I can. Like this is just literally my personal journal. For me, my personal journal is just to write down things that happen, include places I've been. I don't need it to be perfect, you guys. If you want yours to be perfect and you want to do this journal, then you do it how you want to do it. I am doing one at a time because I have the habit of having things slip when I try to do more than one piece at a time. And honestly, I think I'm just going to leave the box alone. I think I've made that decision. I'm going to leave the box alone. Why not? This is just random pages, random papers. Why not just leave it alone? There we go. They are all punched. Now I have to cut apart my box. So let's do that. And like I usually do, I use my guillotine to cut apart my boxes. It's the only thing I use for chipboard and any kind of cardboard is my guillotine. I'm just pulling this apart right here because we are not having a spine. So I'm just going to cut out the spine and then trim everything else, and then we'll go through and we will trim again to make sure everything is straight in the size that we need. Alright, so this needs to be 5.5. So we'll do that, and then we'll go to 5.5. I went a little bit over just so we could make sure we got some straight lines. And then this needs to be 7.25, which it already is. So good thing I did not use anything bigger than 7 when I was cutting everything. Okay, and then I will trim that with scissors. So that is done. And I've never done a journal like this, so this should be interesting. I have done an all pocket journal. I've never done a journal where I left the cover. It's a little flimsy. I think I might. You know what? I think that's what I will do. You guys, how about we laminate this? That way it doesn't get ruined and it makes it a little bit thicker. Should we? I think we shall. Let me grab my laminator. Okay, my laminator is plugged in and heating up. I just need to grab my laminating sheets, my laminating papers, and I have an entire box of laminator pouches. And they're big size, so I'm just going to grab 2. I mean, I've had this box forever. Honestly, if you buy a big box like this, if you don't laminate a lot, it lasts forever. So I'm literally just going to grab the 2. I'm not going to worry about if I'm wasting. Like I said, I've had this for like 7 years. It's ridiculous. They last forever. I mean, I could, if I didn't want to, I mean, they might not even fit. Let's see. Nope, it wouldn't fit. So good. So I'm just going to put it in the middle and as far down as I can. We'll see. This might even be too thick to laminate. Who knows? It's an experiment, you guys. We will see. Ooh, the laminator stinks when it's being laminated, when it's heating up. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces ready to go. I will come back when it's ready to laminate. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I almost fell asleep waiting for this freaking thing to heat up. I forgot. I always forget how long it takes it to heat up. So we're just gonna put it in, and it's gonna suck it through. And then I'll show you how I always do it. I used to make a lot of things for Happy Planner when I used a Happy Planner. And there would be a certain way that I would make covers and such for the Happy Planner. Alright, so this is done. I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to trim off. Now when you use a laminator, there is, I don't know if you can see the little bubble. Do you see it? There's a little bubble around. You don't want to cut into the bubble. Do not cut into the bubble, everybody, okay? When you cut into the bubble, that is cutting into the seal. Alright, so you don't want to cut into the bubble. That is the one thing you don't want to do with a laminator. I'm trying my darndest not to cut into the bubble. I think I could trim probably a little bit more off this edge here. Okay, now we have this one. It's not out yet. Okay, out. Curled up because I was in the way, but that's fine. Okay. So what I always did was trim, and then also I'm going to put this away because I'm done with it now. So now we have them both trimmed out. Okay, so they're both trimmed out right now, and what we're going to do before we do anything else is we're going to punch our center holes. So once again, I'm just eyeballing it, you guys. Though I will make sure, oh, I did that upside down. Are we going to care? Yes, so let's do it again. Right? Yes, I did it upside down. Jeez Louise, let's just do it again. I'm telling you, some days. So now I'm just making sure this is lined up where the other one was just for the cover. Okay? So yeah, I accidentally punched the wrong side. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. And the funny thing was I looked at it and said, is this the right size? And said, yep, and punched. I'm going to round my corners. This will not cut. Around my corners. There we go. That way there's not sharp edges. Okay, and we're going to shove it back through. All right? You shove it back through. That's how I always did it for my Happy Planners. I would shove it through once, and then I would punch everything and put it through twice, just in case. Okay, and then we'll be done with the laminator. Then I just need a wire for my cinch, and there's a piece of black here, so we're just going to use this piece of black. And then we will be done. The only thing we'll have to do is cut inserts for inside the pockets. And then we'll be done. Alright, turn that off. And move this out of the way so it's no longer on camera. And here are all of our pages. I'm just going through and I'm trying to like not have two of the same kind next to each other. All right, there we go. All done. And here's our front and our back. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cut to 7. Maybe 8. I'll do 8 just in case. Rather be safe than sorry. All right. Now what we have to do though, which is the very not fun part of lining everything up. So all I do is take my pieces. Let's make sure all the pockets are on the top as we're doing this, because that's not fun when you have to undo what you've done. The dog is barking like crazy. I tried. I said to my dad, I'm like, listen, I'm not actually going anywhere because I had my purse. I'm like, I'm going to try and sneak down to the basement. I'm going to go out the back door and go in through the back kitchen door and go in through the back garage door. So he thinks I'm leaving. And maybe he won't bark. I'm pretty sure he just knows I'm down here. Pretty sure he knows I'm down here. So we're just lining up all of our holes to the best of our ability. Okay. Okay. And then the back. We're going to hold on to it, put the front on, line those up, and run our, oh, they slipped. They slipped, you guys, they slipped. That's okay. Run our thing through it, our spiral. All right. Somebody's here. I don't know who it is. Somebody just walked in the door and my dad's on the phone. So it's not my dad. Better be the boyfriend or the kid. Am I worried about it? No. No. I don't know who my dad's on the phone with though. All right. There we go. Now once again, cut that. And then what I do is I take my handy dandy needle nose pliers and I pull my thing over, and then this is not the right way to do it. It's how I do it. And if you don't like it, do it a different way. This is how I do it. Mine have never come apart. But I bend it into an L shape, put it under the one before, and bend it back on itself. Okay, and then that goes in the back, and I don't care how it looks. If you're looking at my spirals, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I really went way above what I usually do though. I really cranked on those. So maybe we fix them a little bit because I really cranked on those. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot. All right, there we go. The only thing I need to do is cut papers, but you guys know how to cut papers. I'm not going to do this on camera. So measure your own pockets. So mine would be 4.5 by 6.5. 4.5 by 6.5. We're going to write that down. I'm just using the Cricut. Okay, I don't know who's here. It's not my boyfriend. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this different kind of journal, and I can't wait to use it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe, I don't know. I was going to put a charm up the corner.